Before we get into shares, property, index funds, and all the exciting stuff, we need to talk about something far less glamorous: your savings account. I know, try to contain your enthusiasm, but this one actually matters more than most people realize. And getting it wrong undermines everything that comes after it. A savings account is the most basic form of growing money. You deposit cash with a bank, they pay you interest on it, and your money sits there, safe, stable, and accessible. No market exposure, no volatility, no checking in an app at 2 a.m. wondering if your balance has collapsed overnight. There are broadly three types worth knowing about: your traditional savings account offered by your regular bank, online or high yield savings accounts which are offered by digital banks with lower overhead, and they pass those savings on to you through significantly higher interest rates, and time deposits, where you lock your money away for a fixed period in exchange for a guaranteed rate. Online savings and time deposits are really similar products at their core. Both pay you interest on money you park with a bank. The main difference is access. Online savings lets you move money in and out freely. Time deposits locked it away for a set period in exchange for a slightly better rate. So simply look at what your bank offers, compare the rates, and pick the higher one. Just factor in whether you can afford to have that money locked away for the term. If you have money sitting in a traditional savings account earning next to nothing, moving it to either of these is one of the easiest financial upgrades you can make. Same money, same safety, better return. Takes about 15 minutes. But let's be honest about what savings accounts are and are not. The pros: your money is safe. In most countries, deposits are government guaranteed up to a certain amount. It is liquid, meaning you can access it immediately when you need it. And it requires zero expertise. You do not need to understand markets, read financial reports, or time anything. You just put money in and it earns interest. The cons: the returns are low. Even a high-yield savings account is unlikely to make you wealthy on its own. And here's the critical one: inflation. We talked about this last episode. If inflation is running at 3 to 4% per year, and your savings account is paying 2%, you're technically losing purchasing power even while your balance grows. The number goes up, but what it can buy goes down. Savings accounts are not an investment strategy. They are a holding area. So what should actually live in your savings account? Two things. First, your day-to-day spending money. The cash you need for regular monthly expenses. Bills, groceries, the things that come out of your account on a predictable schedule. You want this accessible, stable, and not subject to market swings. A savings account is perfect for this. Second, and more importantly, your emergency fund. Life happens. The car breaks down, the roof leaks, you lose a client, you lose a job. An emergency fund is the buffer between a bad month and a financial catastrophe. It is what stops you from panic selling your investments at the worst possible time because you suddenly need cash. The target is 3 to 6 months of your total expenses. Go back to episode 4 where we mapped out your expenses in detail. Use those numbers. If your monthly expenses are $3,000, your emergency fund target is somewhere between $9,000 and $18,000, sitting in a high-yield savings account, doing nothing dramatic, just waiting. Here's the thing a lot of people get wrong. They start investing before they have an emergency fund. Everything is going great until something unexpected happens, and they are forced to pull money out of their investments at the worst possible time, potentially at a loss, to cover an expense that the savings buffer would have handled easily. Your emergency fund is what gives your investments the space to do their job. It is the reason you can leave your index fund alone during a market downturn instead of panic selling. It removes the financial fragility that forces bad decisions. Build this first, before any other asset class. This is not optional, and it is not boring. It is the foundation that makes everything else work. Quick reminder from last episode. Liquidity means how fast you can convert an asset to cash. Savings accounts are as liquid as it gets. That is the point. The trade-off is that the most liquid assets almost always have the lowest returns. Liquidity has a cost. You are paying for the peace of mind of instant access, And in the context of your emergency fund, that is absolutely worth it. So before you open a brokerage account, before you buy your first share, before you do anything else in these series, open a high yield savings account if you do not have one, and build your emergency fund to 3 to 6 months of expenses. That is your homework for this episode. Once that is in place, you have a foundation. And next episode, we move on to the asset class that has historically done more heavy lifting for long-term wealth than almost anything else. See you there.